I'm here at Wooloomooloo Steakhouse today, an Australian group of steakhouses, in search of the best steak in Singapore. And today we are here for their USDA Prime Cajun Spice Ribeye. Last week we experienced the wonders of dry aging, so this week we are going for the same cut but wet aged for 4 weeks. Wet aging is similar to dry aging in the sense that we are still going to leave the beef in a cold room over a period of time, but this time the steak will be vacuum packed to prevent any evaporation. The meat gets to keep its moisture, thus the name wet aging. By limiting the amount of oxygen available to the bacteria, it greatly reduces the risk of it spoiling. So one, you do get better tenderness as the enzymes are still allowed to do its work, but compared to dry aging, you do not get the more intense flavor as evaporation is not allowed. Also, you don't get the dry aged funky taste because without oxygen, you are not allowed to rot properly. Not only is the steak that we are going to have today 4 weeks wet aged, it is also 48 hours to 60 hours marinated in Cajun spices. A great cut of meat combined with a ton of prep work. I'm very excited actually. So yeah, let's get it, boys. If you're intending to come here, they literally hide the steakhouse at one corner. Like, that's the main area, right? To come all the way here. No, I'm not going to the toilet. I'm not going to the toilet. No, really, I'm not going to the toilet. Ta-da! The first steakhouse with Chinese New Year decorations. Huh. Hello! I have a reservation at 2 for 1.
I'm Mr.
Eldrick.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You're taking the a la carte, right?
Yes, yes. Oh, that's a cute teddy bear. Teddy bear. Yeah?
I'll just set the table for you
Yeah,
now.
thank you, thank you.
Alright. Give you a window seat so you
Yeah.
can have the view.
Okay, thank you. If you're looking for a steakhouse with atmosphere, a lively atmosphere, I think this is the place to be. So you might be wondering, what the hell is a Wooloomooloo? At least I did the first time I came here. It's a place off Sydney, Australia, which means that this steakhouse champions Australian beef, and I ordered a US cut. I couldn't help myself. The Cajun spice marination just grabbed my attention. Oh, thank you.
Enjoy the bread while it's warm.
Okay, thank you. If you have never had Cajun spice before, try imagining it as a sweeter, less spicy curry. It's crazy to do so much work to what is already a prime cut. It will be like putting spoilers and bass boosted speakers playing Eurobeat music on a Lamborghini. How dare they? And I love it so much. I love it so much. So we have onion bread. Oh, it's the biggest bread. It's definitely the biggest bread so far. Not bad. Good bread. Good bread. Probably one of the better ones so far. Hello. Can I have the USDA Prime Cajun? Yeah.
How well would you like your steak?
Medium rare, please.
Medium rare.
Yeah. And that's all I want to have today. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. No, thank you. Easily the best view of any steakhouse that we visited so far in the series. It's hard to imagine a better view than this. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Bonjour, red wine, peppercorn, and ozu.
Okay, first impressions are this is like ridiculously juicy. As I press down on it, it's like gushing out. Damn. Anyway, first bite. I don't know how to show you guys how juicy this is. When I tell you guys that this is the juiciest steak I have ever had, other than the fact that it being tender, when you chew like 5 times, I swear there must be like 1 tablespoon of beef juice in your mouth that you need to swallow. It's a bit impossible. And the USDA prime fat amongst the juices is just and the seasoning is so good. It's really seasoned until the last millimeter of the meat. The Cajun flavor is very pronounced, and the whole steak, along with whatever the USDA Prime brings, it's just so tasty. Not to mention the crust. This crust is also really beautiful. Like we talked about, you want most of it to be dark brown with a bits of blackness. There are grill marks, but the grill marks don't stop the steak from being grey. The rest of the steak is still really nicely brown. I doubt they use any embers along with the steaks, which is fine. The steak has plenty of flavour. It's only halfway in the series, but it is hard to imagine a juicier steak than this. This might just win best juiciness at the end of it. Normally with a USDA Prime done salt black pepper, right, it's already a lot of taste. Like the meat is good, the rendered fat is there, the salt is there. But now the Cajun spice give it another level, another layer. It's so complementary. And the burnt spices also, because it's a Cajun rub probably. There are ground spices. It burns under that temperature and it just gives a very nice like burnt fragrance to the steak. Even looking at the plate now, I look at the amount of juice left behind. It's also a nice touch to include a salad. Normally with steakhouses, you don't get sides unless you order it. It washes the palate very nicely. I'm a bit regretful because the sauces are really delicious as well. And they give you quite a bit. Like they're not stingy with the sauces. But I have to find something bad to say, right? I had to find a miss, right? Miss number one, audio situation. Oh my god, I keep thinking about it. Glass panels, like squarish. The acoustic is, maybe it's just me, it's quite annoying. Music is a bit loud. That's not fair. That's not fair. We need to talk about the steak. Misa. At first I thought it was funny because the Cajun spice really reminds you of the chicken chop you order at food courts or hawker centers. Of course, they do the marination much better than hawker centers. And generally speaking, Cajun spice is usually associated to more affordable cuisine. So maybe some people might be uncomfortable with spending that much money for Cajun seasoning or Cajun flavor. I think it's a great twist. But of course, I've been eating a lot of steak, so like a novelty, a twist is very much welcome. Oh, another miss. The chairs are very short. What was this? I'm drawing at straws now. I'm pulling at straws now.
Grasping at straws.
It feels like when you sit down, it feels very sunken. I'm really trying. I'm really trying to find a miss now. I'm really trying, man. I think I got my verdict. We can ask for the bill and then I'll see you guys soon. Recap. Hits. Incredibly juicy steak. Incredibly juicy. It's a bit impossible. It feels like they somehow squeeze juice into the steak somehow. I have had USDA Prime that I've cooked straight off the stove, which is theoretically the juiciest moment of the steak because everything is still there. But this is juicier than that. I feel like it definitely has to do with the marination or the wet aging. It's so surreal that after chewing on the steak, you kind of have to like swallow because there's so much juices. And then hit number two, the seasoning is on the spot, man. The marination definitely helped. Like the flavor is so even, so thorough, so deep. It's so nice. Not just the seasoning, but like it also has a lot of taste. There's like the beef fat flavor, the beefy flavor of the USDA Prime, the seasoning of the Cajun spice, the burnt smokiness of the Cajun spices, and the meat. Like it's just so much taste wherever you bite. And the third hit, really nice crust. There are grill marks, so these are grilled and then finished in the broiler. So a two-step cook, but really nice. But you get the medium rare, you get the crust, you get the juiciness. Really nice coat on the steak. And the miss, the Cajun seasoning might be a little bit of a preference because if you're gonna pay 180 Sing dollars, which is about 90 USD, you might want the prime beef flavor to be the main star. Because that's the reason why you eat steak. But in this steak, the stage is shared pretty much with the Cajun spice. If you're a steak purist, if you're a beef guy, then probably you will have liked the plain one, the non-Cajun spice one more. And the other miss are the restaurant. The acoustics were so... And the chair. Okay lah. I'm reaching. Let's talk about the verdict. 1 steak, I will walk for the steak. 2 steaks, I will take a bus for the steak. And 3 steaks, I will go anywhere in Singapore for the steaks. And Wooloomooloo Steakhouse is... 3 steaks. Perfect, perfect. Almost couldn't find a miss to say, which is very tough. Their service is good as well. Like, I think I got attended to by like 4 people throughout the course of the meal. And they seemed to be doing well. The dining hall was like pretty much full, which affected the audio situation. I maybe would have liked if the dining hall was like full, or there were a lot of people that they turned down the music a little bit. If not, the acoustic in that box, right, is even if I wasn't recording, right, I think I might find it difficult to talk to the person opposite from me. But yeah, 3 steaks. And that's all I have for you guys this time. If you want to watch more of the best steak in Singapore videos, you can click over there. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!